It's like, ooh, I'm traded. Shining in the dark without my bright side. Wanna see your image like an icon. Couldn't even see it with the lights on. Had to try and get you with a Nikon. Yeah, change the atmosphere, you got me feeling loosely. A better picture, I can see it like the movies. Now I know that you're the one, not two, three. Don't hit and run, way to glory like a gun. It's a really nice day, living in the right space. Breathing your grace, got me feeling some kind of way. Yeah, you're keeping me sane, got me in my right brain. I can't explain, but I'm feeling some kind of way.
You. All right, y'all know what it is. I can't tell yet. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I already know. Hold on. All right, I was wondering about this audio, but we should be good. Should be good. So let me verify a couple of things before we get started. And yes, we're back. We're back, man. Took a little bit of time off from the podcast and really from doing anything for like a week and change. Had a bunch of stuff going on. Sometimes you got to just regroup, fall back, relax. Great thing is that when I'm not actively doing anything live or whatever the case may be, we still got hundreds of videos on deck. It's crazy. We still have multiple. I don't even know how many actual podcasts we have now, but it's a lot. It's the second season. This is episode 30, I believe, of the second season. So it's like, it's so much content. It's almost like you don't miss it. But we know the beauty of being able to be present and to be here live. It's a different experience altogether. So we're back at it. All right, so this is the Brooklyn Moses podcast. I need to verify a couple of things. One, I need to check my sound on YouTube. So let me do that first. Get that out the way. Then I'll do Facebook. And also someone on IG, please let me know how the audio is coming through. Let me see how YouTube sound. If it would ever load. Come on, man. Slow ass computer. Come on, man. All right, this internet messing with my OCD already. Why is this not loading? Let's refresh it. See if that works. There we go. See if that works. Okay, audio on YouTube is good. All right, cool. So we're good on YouTube. Let me check on Facebook real quick. Let's see where we at. Facebook audio. Come on, man. Slow ass computer. That's Facebook. I don't know if it's me or it seems like there's a hum. Oh no, I know what that is. Okay, no. So we good. So all right, so we good on Facebook and good on YouTube. Let me see what IG sounds like. Is IG audio good? Someone let me know over there, please. And thank you, Jay Carly, for posting the link for the podcast. Yeah, verify on me if audio on IG is good. If it is, we'll be beginning momentarily. I need to distribute briefly. That's not going to take me long because I don't got to do watch party stuff no more. Facebook took it away. So I don't got that much to do. So let me do that real quick and I'll come back. All right, so yes, sit tight.
Deep up in my feelings. Here I go again. We just keep on repeating. Here we go again. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. You shut down, had enough. I'm just looking for that rush. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. Locking eyes, we just touch. Feel our bodies drifting up. I don't know how to be around you. I'm just trying to lose myself. I know that I just can't trust you, but you know me like no one else. Stuck up in the middle, in between you and I. Maybe just a little bit to get me by. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. You shut down, had enough. I'm just looking for that rush. I'm so tired, so fed up of you messing with my buzz. Locking eyes, we just touch. Feel our bodies drifting up. I don't know how to be around you. I'm just trying to lose myself. I know that I just can't trust you, but you know me like no one else. Dance.
I don't know how to be around you. Trying to lose myself. What? That's fire. What y'all know about that? Y'all don't know nothing about that. Exclusive TA hits. All right, so we should be good, I believe. Yeah, so I have it on my timeline. All right, so welcome everyone. If you are on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. When you subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications. Okay, very important. This way you'll be notified when I'm live. That's number one. If you are on Facebook, give the video a heart or a thumbs up, whatever option you got. Share the video and also follow the TeamAlliance Facebook page. Very important. If you're on Instagram, follow on Instagram at TeamAlliance 2018. All right. Excuse me. Also, if you're not a member of the public TeamAlliance Facebook group, be sure to join the group. That way you'll ensure that you receive notifications no matter what. There are times when you are on Facebook or YouTube or even Instagram where for some reason you don't get a notification. However, if you are in the TeamAlliance public Facebook group, you will get a notification no matter what. All right, so I always post in there when I'm live, and a lot of people will make their way over that way because they didn't get a notification from any of the other platforms. All right, so muy importante. And that's about it. So we got a good topic today. I'm going to be doing a series actually on Bitcoin. I actually was talking about this on the last podcast that I did prior to this one, that I would be doing an actual series of podcasts just talking about Bitcoin, because I think that Bitcoin is that important where you need to be aware and you need to be educated. Information is power. Here on TA, we got so much going on that's like life changing. Number one, you're learning a skill in the market that allows you to trade the markets profitably. That right there alone is priceless. Now, you're going to get to a point where you start making money. And to know what to do when you make money is even more important, because it's not just about making money, it's about making the most use of the money that you make so that you can create wealth. See, wealth is not money. Wealth is different. Money is what comes from wealth. A lot of us, and I'm saying us because myself, I was at one point included in this. A lot of us are selling time for money. When you have wealth, you don't sell time for money. Hold on. We already getting started. But anyway, so we're going to talk about something. I want to start recording the podcast because I want to make sure that I have some of this on the actual podcast. So let me do that and we'll do the roll call and then we'll get started. All right, with the topic. But I believe that we are distributed right now, so we should be good to go. Okay, dope. All right, yes, sit tight. Podcast time. Wait. Where's my bars? Hold on. Here we go. Let's go. Let her rip. The Brooklyn Moses Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 30. Another life-changing podcast is about to take place. Prepare yourselves. All right, before we get into it, let's see who we got in the building with us. On IG, and I apologize, my This stuff is little. Capital Investments, what's good? I see Sharonda over here on IG. Wisdom 85 was good. And Miss J. Carly Doss is in the building. Excuse me. IG holding it down. All right, let's see who we got on Facebook. Facebook, I see Tracy over there. What's good, Trace? And let me make sure I didn't miss anybody who might be on my timeline. And you'll give me 1 second. Let me post this this website for the Brooklyn Moses podcast. If you guys visit www.thebrooklynmosespodcast.com, it will take you directly to the audio version of this podcast. It plays directly from that site. You also can catch the podcast directly from Apple iTunes, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, in addition to wherever podcasts are available. All right, that's very important because this is an actual podcast. It's not just the video that you're looking at. I know a lot of you are tuning in from one of the 3 platforms that we're live streaming from, but this is an actual podcast. All right. So it's very, very important that you guys tune in. However you get there, whether it's the audio or the video, whatever. Okay. Shout out to Miss Durant. She hit me during the podcast showing love. Yeah, the sound effect game is crazy. It's on a whole nother level now. Because we're not playing out here. All right, so we got a great topic today. Very, very powerful. This is going to be educational for those of you that, keep hearing about Bitcoin and you're not sure what to do. Keep hearing about all this Bitcoin stuff and you're like, man, should I buy it now? Is it too late? Yada, yada, yada. Hold on. Let me, my bad. I ain't shout out YouTube. What the hell going on? Wait a minute. Ain't nobody even say nothing. All right. So we got Ashton in the building. Maui Jeff is here. Jay Carly's over here as well. I see Mr. Ron over here. Mr. Charles is in the building. Nicole Blunt. Mo is here. Peter Leonardi is here. David Bryan in the building. Jamal. I see Champ over here. David Johnson. Gino. Forrest. Carmen. Kashif. Micah. We got Ray Young. Courtney. Kelly. And I also see Lamont in the building. Y'all know what it is. Lamont said I'm slipping. Almost. You know how we do. You know how the OGs do. When they about to fall, they don't fall low. They look like they're gonna fall. When they trip, they do that little stutter. Make it look like they meant to do it. That's all it was. All right, so good topic today. So y'all tune in, man. Pay attention. All right, so reasons you should buy Bitcoin now and never sell it. Now y'all have heard me say many times, those of you that have been listening in and that have been tuning in, you guys have heard me talk about Bitcoin and 1, not to sell it. 2, you want to buy as much of it as you possibly can. And I'm not telling you that because everyone is talking about Bitcoin and it's the next big thing. For one, Bitcoin is 12 years old. Hold on. I want y'all to realize Bitcoin is a new thing, but it's not a new thing. It's been around for 12 years now. It is something that is, you can only compare this to the internet itself. Now, I came up in a time where we didn't have internet yet. So I know what life was like before internet and after internet. I've seen how the internet has changed our lives. You're following me, right? Everybody that was, that's like 35 and over, you know what life is like without the internet. Okay? We've seen life without the internet, before the internet, and we've seen how everything changed after. We've also seen how the internet has grown and developed from infancy to where we are right now. Y'all pay attention. I want y'all to remember everything I'm saying in this podcast today, because it's going to help you understand why you don't got to know everything about Bitcoin right now. But at least take the time to understand why I'm telling you that you should have some of it. As a matter of fact, why you should have as much of it as you possibly can. Okay? I want you to understand me. You don't got to understand everything about Bitcoin, but just know I'm not going to steer you in the wrong direction. And I'm also going to help to bring information to you in a way that you can consume it and understand it for yourself. So you don't got to know everything about Bitcoin, but you know me. You understand? So when I'm talking to you, I'm communicating what I know about Bitcoin so that you can understand why I'm telling you to buy Bitcoin and to never sell it. All right. You're following me? Now, again, internet. That's the only thing that you guys know of that I can compare it to right now. If I had to go back before the internet, I would compare it to electricity. I would compare it to the printing press. Now, why am I throwing these ideas out? Because these are things that changed our lives, period. Like, it didn't just change a few people's lives. It changed human life as we know it. It changed everything about the way that we have evolved as human beings. Bitcoin is another thing stacked on top of that. It's the next thing. It's the next thing that comes along every 50 to 100 years that changes everything. And the reason that I'm saying that is because I understand what it is. Now, technology, right, is powerful. But technology has been in existence for thousands, if not millions of years. It's not new. Just think about the word technology. It's a two-part word. Technical, knowledge. So all it is knowledge. It's information. It's the next information that elevates you through evolution. That's all technology is. So when you hear the word technology, some people are intimidated by it. Oh, it's too much technology. You realize that running water is technology. Wait, hold on. Y'all gotta stay with me, man. Plumbing is technology. Your sink and the fact that there's pressure in the pipes. You got a shower, you got your bathtub, you got your kitchen sink, right? You got other lines of pipes that run to your refrigerator. This is technology. You do realize that, yes? This is stuff that has changed the way we live. This is all Bitcoin is. It's just another layer of it. Just think about what you're doing right now. Some of y'all are watching this on a phone. Hold on. I'm recording this on 3 phones. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, on 3 internet platforms. Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, on 3 separate phones. 3 different phones, 3 separate individual phones. Each one of the phones is connected to something invisible that we don't see. It's called the internet. You don't see the internet. But because of the internet, y'all see me. Hold on, man. I told you this was going to be good today. See, this is what happened when I take time off and come back. When I get that much time to clear my thoughts and to be focused, it's over. It's over. It's powerful shit that comes out, just like this right now. You don't see the internet, but because of the internet, you're able to see me now talking to you live. Some of y'all are on Instagram. Some of y'all are on Facebook. Some of y'all are on YouTube. Some of y'all gonna watch this later. Some of y'all are not even here now. Some of you will not see this right now. You're gonna watch it later because of the internet, and you don't even see the internet. Do you realize what you're dealing with? No, you don't realize. See? So understand. Now, mind you, that's going on. What I just went through is happening. I didn't make that up. It's a fact. I'm recording on 3 individual phones. Now, mind you, they're phones. Like I can pick it up and make a phone call too. And they got cameras in them. And you recording sound. And you can play it back later. And we don't see any of it. You can't see the internet, but it's there. It's real. Now, mind you, it changed everything. Look at what we're doing right now. So, the reason I'm talking like this is because I want you to understand when I talk about Bitcoin, Bitcoin is that. What I just explained to you about the internet, that's what Bitcoin is. It's the next thing right after the internet is on top of the internet. It's the next thing right on top of the internet that's just as big as the internet. The blockchain is just as big as the internet. It's like a bank in space, in cyberspace. It's where people are going to be storing value. Now, mind you, hold on. Let's just retract a little bit. Let's go a little bit back. Some people think that Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is more than that. See, currency is what we use to make transactions and to buy shit with. It's the unit of exchange that we use to buy things with. We give money and we get goods and services, right? That's what a currency is. Now, Bitcoin can do that, but it's more than that. See, and this is why I wanted to do this podcast. And actually, I'm going to do a series of these because I want y'all to understand when I talk about it to not get excited the way people get hyped up in the media, or I should say through the media about it. People are all hyped up about crypto, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all these other coins. Understand that the first, is Bitcoin. It's the backbone of everything. They've tried to copy Bitcoin thousands of times and they can't do it. So all they do is just come up with a different coin that has some other type of functionality that's not Bitcoin. So it's kind of like Internet 2.0. Is there an Internet 2.0? Or is it the same internet that has evolved over time? Whoa, hold on. I want you to follow me, man. Follow me. Wait. Is the internet the same that it was when AOL started? Remember when it was dial-up? Is it the same internet? When dial-up became DSL, was it the same internet? Are you following me? When DSL became whatever the next high-speed thing was, T2, same internet? I don't even know where we at now. What are we using now? 5G? Is it the same internet? Yes or no? It's the same internet. So even though it's evolved, how many times now? How many times has the internet evolved? It continuously evolves. Constantly. It gets faster all the time. What's going on here? So how is this happening? Human beings are adding value to the internet. Corporations constantly, they're people, programmers, technicians, engineers, they are all constantly working on increasing speed, more speed, faster. Things can move faster, speed of light. This is all happening. This is technology. This is what we do as humans. You're following me? We do this as human beings. So now you have a very rare opportunity if you understand things from that perspective. So the same way I just broke down the internet, imagine if you actually had a piece of ownership of the internet. Just imagine that. Imagine if you owned some of the internet, not just used the internet. We use the internet. Imagine owning some of it. That's the equivalent of when you own Bitcoin. Bitcoin represents where you will see money flow because all other options of where value can be stored is not better than the Bitcoin protocol on the blockchain. There is no better way for you to store value. In other words, there's no better place for you to put money than in Bitcoin because of what Bitcoin is. This is so important that y'all catch this. I've taken time to study and to do more and more looking into a Bitcoin. Probably the most I've done has been these last few months. I'm way more educated now than I was at the beginning of this year. I've elevated my understanding of what's going on just in the last few weeks. And I already knew I had a pretty good idea what Bitcoin was. I've been buying it ever since 2017 or whatever, when it was under $1,000. I was accumulating Bitcoin. What happens is when you have an opportunity like this represents a transfer of wealth. This is something that's only going to happen once. The same way the internet only happened one time. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Running water happened once. It's improved after that. You understand? Internet happened one time. It's been improving ever since. But it's the same internet that we started with when nobody knew what it was. This is a fad. Before you had all these devices that you could connect to the internet. Before you had laptops connecting to the internet. Your laptop is connected to the internet without a wire. It's Wi-Fi, wireless. The shit is invisible. You don't even see it. But it works. This is how we evolve. So I'm talking about it like this so that if you get excited, you're getting excited for the right reasons. Not excited because the price went up. Because y'all have no idea where the price is going to go. Y'all can't even fathom it. Even when I throw numbers out, people don't believe the numbers. Don't you realize that, listen, when Bitcoin was $1,000, no one ever thought it would be over $20,000. It went up to $20,000 and came down. After it went to 20,000 and it came down, no one ever thought it would go to 30, 40, or 50. These were numbers that you couldn't fathom. Bitcoin has been as high as 60-some thousand. So everything that people were thinking would never happen, happened already. So what do you think is going to continue to happen? Now, understand, there's a reason it's happening. The reason is what I'm breaking down for you because of what Bitcoin is. So let me get into a couple of reasons. First reason, Bitcoin is scarce. There will be 21 million Bitcoin in totality that will be created, and then that's it. I believe that the mining will be completely finished by the year 2040, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 2040. Every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin that is mined cuts in half. It's called the halving. Every 4 years. Happened in 2020. It's going to happen next in 2024. It happened in 2016. Before that, it was 2012. Y'all with me? Every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin that is mined cuts in half. Think about that. That's the supply. The Bitcoin being mined is supply. How do markets work? Markets work with supply and demand. When you have something that is limited in its supply, but the demand for it is increasing all the time, what happens to the price? The price goes up. The price goes up. What happens when the supply continues to decrease, but the demand continues to increase? Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Y'all are going to see Bitcoin at prices, and people will think, oh, it's going to hit this price, and then it's going to go all the way back down and retrace by 90%. No, it ain't. No, it's not. You'll see Bitcoin at 100,000. And I'm just talking about price-wise. You'll see it hit 200,000. You're going to see it hit 3, 5. You're going to see Bitcoin at 700,000, 900,000. You're going to see that $1 million. People are going to see these numbers and they're going to be just blown completely away because they're going to remember when Bitcoin was 50-some thousand like it is today. They're going to look back at this. They're going to be like, yo, this dude was talking when Bitcoin was in the 50,000s. Yeah. Telling you that this was going to happen. I'm not predicting when. I don't have to predict when. All I know is that it's going to happen. That's all you need to know. Now, keyword, never sell it. Why? I just explained that the supply is decreasing every 4 years. It cuts in half. If you have ownership of some of this and the demand is always increasing, how is demand increasing? Well, when people are looking for a place to put money because they don't want it sitting in a bank account, they don't want it in bonds, right? They don't want it in any particular area that may have a bubble at the time. They can't find any way to put it where they can see a good ROI. What do people do with the money? They look for whatever the best store of value is for the money. This is what everybody does. Even people that don't know that they do that are doing it. But you definitely have institutions, corporations, large businesses. They do this constantly. They hire people to look for places just to put their cash flow, their balance sheet, their reserves. Wait. Large institutions and corporations make a lot of money, and the money that's left over, which is their net profit, a lot of times it's just cash. They call that reserves. They are constantly looking for some way to put reserves somewhere where it can generate more money or hold its value. Why do they do that? Because there's something that's always going on called inflation. Well, what's inflation? Y'all have all this stimulus, right? But y'all got another check again, right? Recently. They sent out another stimulus. I think Biden is talking about sending out more stimulus. What y'all think stimulus is? Stimulus is when they increase the money supply. They're printing it. Every time that you expand the money supply, it decreases the value of the existing money that you have. So stuff is going to pay for less stuff because the prices and the cost of goods is going to go up. That's where the inflation goes. It goes into something. So what institutions and businesses do, they like, yo, They printing a lot of money. This is 10% inflation. 10% inflation a year. So that means in order for you just to have the same buying power that you had last year, you got to earn 10% this year on your money. Corporations are looking at that. They're like, all right, well, how are we going to do that? All right, well, gold is a good one. And gold has been a good place to store value. Absolutely. Physical gold. Great place to store value. You got something that's bigger than gold. Wait, hold on. Some comes along is even crazier than gold. It's digital gold. Oh boy. See, let me just explain something briefly about gold. Gold is mined. It comes from earth. They got to mine it. There's mines where they actually go into the earth, dig, and find gold. That's what creates the supply. Now, the reason that gold is a good store of value is because the supply is limited. That's the reason why. It's scarce. Because the supply is limited, it's a great place to store your value. If you have it, it's always going to be valuable. Always. Right? Now, why is it valuable, though? It's valuable because it's scarce. You can't just pick gold off the trees. You got to go into the earth. It takes energy to mine to find the gold. It takes manpower and time. It costs money to find the gold. All of that is built into the gold. Finding it. Just to get the supply. Y'all with me? So, because of that, yes, it's scarce. But guess what? They can always build new mines. Follow me. This is important. They can always, listen, if the supply of gold becomes less, they can build new mines and start finding more gold. There's plenty of places to dig on the earth for gold. They'll find it. It may cost more to find it, but they'll find it. You're following me? So they can always increase the supply. The same way that the government can always print money and send out stimulus. They can do that unlimited. So that's why the value of money, currency, always will be going down. Always, because they keep printing more and more of it. You know what the national debt is? I think it's 30 trillion. Just a few years ago it was 16, 17, 18 trillion. It's double. They'll never be able to pay any of that back. They at the point now they can't even pay the interest. So the interest is negative. All right, well, we're just going to make payments. So they can print as much money as they want to do whatever they want to with, because there's no consequence for it. Not that you see, but the consequence of it is that the value of the existing money supply goes down. When you keep expanding it, the value of that has to go somewhere. Where does it go? It goes into prices for stuff that you buy. Stuff goes up in price. That's where it goes. So all of this is what's built into the economy. This is how the economy works. So now when you have something that comes along that represents a digital form of gold, what does gold represent? What did we just discuss? Gold represents where you store value. Now you got something digital. That's the equivalent of that. And it functions better than gold. Hold on. Whoa. If I wanted to buy $100 million worth of gold, you know how much I would have to go through to get the gold? I'm going to need armed security, right? I'm going to need transportation. I'm going to need storage. I need somewhere that for wherever that gold going to be, it got to be protected. That's why they got gold in Fort Knox. You ever seen security at Fort Knox? You're not getting in there. Guns everywhere. Why? Why are they protecting it with guns? Because it's gold. It's valuable. So now you have the equivalent of that same store value, but it's digital and everybody got access to it. Hold on. You got a chance to get it on your phone. How many of y'all got Cash App? How many of y'all got Robinhood? How many of y'all got Coinbase? Huh? You can buy Bitcoin right now. Y'all don't even understand what it is yet. Y'all don't even know. This is what it is. And you have a chance to get it. And understand, when you get it, don't ever sell it. So let me just, one thing I said on the previous podcast, I had mentioned as you buy your Bitcoin, ultimately you want to work your way up to one full Bitcoin. One whole Bitcoin. That's where you want to be. Take your Dunkin' Donut money, your Starbucks money, your fast food money, whatever you be spending all the time on reckless shit, on frivolous things. Take half of that. Buy Bitcoin every week. Just do it. See, when I did that podcast, you didn't know this podcast was coming. This podcast is bigger than that podcast. There's the matter of fact, when you go to buybitcoineveryweek.com, it will go to the podcast I'm talking about, where I start to explain what you should do with Bitcoin. Buy it every week. That's what I said in the podcast. Now I'm explaining to you why. It's a transfer of wealth. And the funny thing is that it's the same shit over and over again. Just like how the internet was, nobody understood it at first, right? After a while, people started understanding it. People started complaining about it being slow. They made it faster, right? Everybody didn't have access to it. Damn near the whole world got access to it. It's at least 65, 70% of the globe. Now, there's a lot of people that don't have access to it. There's billions of people that still don't have access to the internet. But my point is that for those of us that have access to it, we all have access to it. The same thing that at one point they were calling a fad. Oh, that's for the young kids. Now, everybody uses the internet. It's people in their 80s on FaceTime. Come on, man. It's grandmothers on FaceTime. I don't even be on FaceTime. You on FaceTime. Grandma. Come on now. Grandma was around when rotary phones was around. If your great grandmother's still alive, she was around when the typewriter was around. She was around when it was horse and buggy. Do y'all understand? Before they were cars. When my grandmother passed away, she was 96. My grandmother was around when it was horses. They didn't have cars yet. She remembered when they made the first car. She said, yeah, you had to crank it up. She was talking about the T model Ford. What are we talking about? So this is what I'm saying as far as what things are, and then understanding what things are, and then positioning yourself. You got a chance to position yourself. You got a phone right now. You can go in the Play Store right now and download Cash App. Just download it and then buy Bitcoin. Just like that. Just like that. Like it's nothing. This is insanity. So this is why. These are just reasons why. As you accumulate Bitcoin, don't ever sell it. Don't even think about the price. I want you to, when you look at your Bitcoin, look at how much Bitcoin you have, not what the price is. Because every price that I mentioned, you'll see. You're going to see 100,000. You're going to see 2, 3, 500,000. You're going to see $1 million Bitcoin. Question is, how much of it are you going to own when that happens? We talking about transfer of wealth. We talking about you creating generational wealth just off of that. Just because you know about something now and you position yourself, you can create generational wealth right now. It's to me the closest that you even have to Bitcoin, and I mean, of course, I'm biased, so I'm going to say that this is even bigger than Bitcoin, is to have an actual skill set. Because when you have a skill set, it doesn't rely on anything else for you to realize the fruit of it. Like what I'm talking about in Bitcoin is something that's going to happen over time. It's going to happen. Like it already started happening and it will continue to. Y'all understand? But of course, people always want to know, well, when is it going to reach 100,000? When is it going to get to 500,000? When is it going to reach 1 million? It doesn't matter when. It's just like when you were using AOL, using dial-up. You didn't ask, well, when are we going to have 5G? You didn't say, well, when are we going to have DSL? You didn't even know DSL would exist. You didn't know 4G was coming. You didn't know 5G was coming. You didn't know that nothing was coming. You understand? So it's the same thing. It doesn't matter. You don't know when these prices are coming. But the point is, they're coming. They're coming. And the question will be, how much Bitcoin do you have? See, like understand, don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers just because you chose to not pay attention. This is the point that I'm making. There's people that know about Bitcoin. They think they know everything about it, but they sell it. Me selling some Bitcoin earlier this year, I'm still mad at myself for doing that. But I bought it right back. I bought it right back. And remember that the Bitcoin I sold, I bought under $1,000. When I sold it, it was over 50,000. And I bought it right back. Because I realized what I did. I'm like, wait. Where am I putting this? Why did I sell this to put, what am I doing with this? Why am I selling this? I'm not going to sell this. I'm going to hold on to this. Then there's the next phase that's going to come. And I'll talk about that on another podcast. What to do when you do see these prices come into fruition, because the prices are coming. I forgot what bank it was. It might have been JP Morgan. I think it was JP Morgan. I think Citibank also threw a number out there. But JP Morgan, Citibank, these are banks that y'all know of. Everybody know JP Morgan. Everybody know who Citibank is. These banks are talking about 6-figure Bitcoin prices this year. They talking about 6-figure Bitcoin prices this year. Now, understand what that means. That doesn't mean, ooh, look, man, we could double our money. That's not what it means. What it means is that when you have 6-figure prices now, it costs you more to get the Bitcoin. Wait. Hold on, man. Y'all got to stay with me. I want y'all to think this way. As the price of Bitcoin goes up, it's costing you more to get the Bitcoin. So the time that you spend waiting, oh no, I'm diversifying, I'm in all these other things, I'm not buying nothing else. I'm selling shit to buy Bitcoin. I'm selling my real estate to buy Bitcoin. Did you hear what I said? I'm selling real estate to buy Bitcoin. That's what I'm doing with the money. There's no other opportunity that is available to us in our lifetime other than a skill set. And we already know that we got that already on Smash. That's how big this opportunity is. So I felt very compelled to do this because this is just information that's like pouring out now just from information that I've been consuming just over the past couple of weeks. I've educated myself even further about this, this Bitcoin thing. And I'm telling y'all, do not sell your Bitcoin at all. Every chance you get, buy more. Well, what price? I don't care what price. I don't care what the price is. Buy it. Just do that and hold on to it. Don't ever sell it. So, just so we clear, so everybody understands what I'm saying. Buy. Well, when do we sell? We don't. I'll talk about what we're going to do at a later time. Selling it ain't what we're going to do, though. So, just like anything, I always appreciate when there's education involved with whatever it is that someone may be talking about at the time. And that's what, I always make sure I go out of my way to provide. I want to educate you about what it is that I'm talking to you about. I'm never going to steer you in the direction of something without providing the education first. It's the same way with trading. I'm not going to tell you, hey, man, listen, you can become a millionaire from trading. I'm not going to tell you that. What I will tell you and what I will teach you is how to learn the dynamics of the market so that you understand how to be profitable when you actually do trade. You need to understand that first. I'm not going to tell you, hey, make a deposit, and let's go. Let's get busy. No, you don't know what you're doing yet. You don't know anything. So until you know what you're doing, you don't have the skills. And if you don't have the skills, how are you going to get the bag? So it's the same dynamic. You can't do anything unless you educate it. You got to get the education first. This is the education right here. So this is powerful, man. Like don't hear me talk about all this, and I'm doing entire podcasts talking about Bitcoin and breaking it down and explaining it and telling you specifically what not to do. I'm telling you not to sell it. And there's a reason that I'm telling you that for. I'm explaining to you what the reason is. This is how rich people position themselves. This is how the rich stay rich. And this is how the broke people can get rich. If you broke, this is how you can become rich. You got to do what the rich folks are doing. Rich folks buy assets and they don't sell the asset. Did y'all know that? They buy real assets and don't sell it. They leverage the asset. This is why they're always looking for an asset that is a good place for their reserves. Like, where can we put our money? We got a lot of money. Where are we going to put this? Rich folk always looking for some way to put money. This is why they end up in stocks and bonds, gold, precious metals. You ever wonder why rich people always have that stuff? Why? Why do they have this stuff all the time? This has been going on since forever. Any king, what he got a lot of? Gold. Why? Because gold is scarce. Always has been. The king got gold. He got gold and he got security. Yes? He got gold and he got an army to protect the gold. So it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. So this, again, powerful podcast. This is powerful information. This is going to change your life if you do what I tell you to. Buy the Bitcoin, don't sell nothing. All right? That's good. That's pretty good, man, I must say. That was good. Let me come to the comments real quick. Nico, what's good? I see you. Alfonso Robinson, what's good? Pocket? T Pocket? What's happening? Daniel Johnson, what's good? All right. Let me come over here. Yeah, man, good to be back. Yeah, you know it's gonna be a goodie when I come back after a little hiatus. Yep, you know it. Mermel, what's happening from Germany? Shout out to Germany. Yes, indeed. I love Germany. Thank you for Mercedes Benz. Thank you for the Benz. Dimitri, what's going on? All right, so let me come back a little bit. Jelani's stupid. He said, "It's you got to crank it up for me." For real, that's what my grandmother told me. She said, "Yeah, you had to crank it up." I was like, "You had to crank what up?" The car. You had to crank it up to start it. I was like, "How old are you?" Yeah, this was when I was a kid. I didn't know what she was talking about. Then I got older and I realized what she was talking about. Like my grandma was talking about cranking up cars. And then somebody told me, they was like, yeah, you used to have to crank up the car. And I was like, what? See, when you stupid and you don't know nothing, you always think that the person trying to tell you something don't know what they talking about. But come to find out, she was right. Yep, she was talking about that T model Ford. Keith McCoy, what's going on? Shawnee says, regularly buying Bitcoin takes no skill, so it should be automatic and relatively easy. Correct? Yes. 100% correct. Yeah, see, like this is a passive thing that you can do that will position you. You know, sometimes people talk about, oh, well, there's potential and, you know, this has the potential to do. No. That's like me talking about electricity has potential. No, electricity has changed our lives. Period. Come on. Certain things change our lives. Like you don't even realize certain things are what they are until later, after the fact. It's like now you are being educated about something now before it happens. I got one more example for y'all. This is a good one. So in the markets, gold is a $10 trillion market. Okay. This year, Bitcoin just hit $1 trillion. You follow me? It hit $1 trillion in market value. So all of this money that's out there, I think it's between $400 and $500 trillion of money that's just out there. You know, derivatives, real estate, like wherever the money is, there's all of this money that's out there that can go somewhere. Like half of all of this money, so I would say 150 to $200 trillion is constantly looking for somewhere to store value. Gold is only a $10 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is already a $1 trillion market cap in 12 years. It's already at 1 trillion. By the time Bitcoin is at 10 trillion, the price will be 10 times what it is right now. So we looking at $500,000 in price right there. You see where I'm going? And it's all of this monetary like energy that is looking for somewhere to go. All these derivatives and all these things that people, you know, are putting money into and all of this. When you have bubbles created and this and that and interest rates are negative, you ain't making no interest in the bank. Again, institutions, corporations, pension funds, mutual funds, hedge funds, they looking for places to put money too. And they got billions of dollars at their disposal where they're looking to put money. Where you think money gonna end up going? Just think about it. Where's the best place that it could go? Nobody wants money sitting in the bank. How much interest are you earning in the bank? None. If it's sitting in the bank, it ain't doing anything. Eventually, people will catch on that work at these corporations, that work for these institutions. Hey, I think we should be buying Bitcoin, guys. I think we should take some of our reserves and buy some Bitcoin. Well, why Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin is scarce. It's only 21 million that's going to ever be created. And it's almost finished. Only another 20 years left. And the supply cuts in half by every 4 years. It cuts in half again. So the supply becomes less every 4 years. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. See, this is a lot of knowledge. I know a lot of information, but just follow me. It just makes sense. So I'm not telling you anything that I think is going to happen. I'm telling you what will end up happening. Because this is the way that the system, the markets, the economy, corporations, institutions, governments, all these people, like it's people running governments, it's people running corporations and businesses and institutions. There's people operating funds. All of them are looking for a safe haven. When they're looking for the next safe haven, where are they gonna put money at? Where is it safe? Where are they looking? Well, what's scarce out there? Bitcoin is scarce as shit. That's a fact. So again, the writing is on the wall. Some things just become so obvious, but many times in the mainstream, by the time you find out about something, it happened already. So now you're finding out about something and it's hyped up now. But I'm trying to explain to you that Bitcoin is not hype. See, they're trying to put Bitcoin into the hype with everything else, but it's not. It's the one thing that's not in the hype, even though they try to hype it. Just like people that are trading Bitcoin. All of that is cool. All of that is cool. Anybody that took a leveraged trade on Bitcoin in a sell position earlier this year and sold, you know what the prices were earlier this year? 20,000, 30,000. You know what Bitcoin went up to? 60-some thousand. So if you sold Bitcoin at any time, you got hit. Unless you actually caught the move going down and got out. But again, people love to leverage. So they're leveraging many of these positions, losing their money. And if you're doing that on an exchange, the exchange is really making money off of you losing just because you wanted to leverage. So they're collecting money off of you losing, but they ain't lost because they actually have the Bitcoin. They're allowing you to trade the Bitcoin, but if you are wrong, that money is going to go to them. So you see how that works? See, a lot of people don't even know how these exchanges work. And right now I'm talking about crypto exchanges. That's how they work. They have Bitcoin in their possession. They have it. So when they allow you to leverage in your account, it's just an accounting thing that they're doing. All right, well, how much leverage you want to use? I want to use 10x. All right, cool. So at 10x, this is how much margin you have available. This is the price right here. Bitcoin can't go under that price. If it goes under that price, we're going to liquidate your whole account. And that's going to be the end of your account. Okay? Agreed? And what happens? You mess around and sold Bitcoin and got liquidated. Right? That margin call hits your account and you're like, oh, damn. The exchange still got the Bitcoin. They never sold it. They didn't sell it at all. Tesla's buying Bitcoin. the Bitcoin that they bought, and even when they sell you a car and you give them your Bitcoin for the car, they ain't gonna sell that Bitcoin. They ain't gonna sell it. They're gonna keep it. They're gonna hold on to it and put it in the treasury. They got plenty of people buying cars with cash. You giving them your Bitcoin is stupid on your part. If you go out right now and buy a car with Bitcoin, it's kind of stupid on your part because you don't understand. That would be your only reason for doing that. Yeah, I bought a car with Bitcoin. It sounds good, but if you're smart, you're not selling Bitcoin at all. Oh boy. Some education for your ass. Let me repeat it. If you smart, you ain't selling Bitcoin at all. All right. Chance, what's going on? Shiny regularly. Oh, okay. I read that already. Mo said Mark makes more sense than most. I do. That's a fact. Oh, shout out to Jelani, man. 2 years with no losses. As of May 6th. Did y'all hear that? Come on, man. This is what we be doing here. 2 years, no losses. Now, some of y'all be like, what do you mean, no losses? No losses. No losing trades. That's called skill set. That's what we doing over here. That's why I said that the only thing that's better than this Bitcoin opportunity that you have, which is passive, you don't got to do nothing other than buy it. Only thing better than that, skill. And we got that too. Keith, I bought Bitcoin on Cash App. Is there a better site to buy it on? Keith, if that's all you got for now, that's fine. I buy it all the time on Cash App. Anytime somebody sends me cash on Cash App, I buy Bitcoin with it on the app. I don't let it sit there no time. I go straight to the thing, to the option to buy Bitcoin, and I convert it to Bitcoin instantly. As soon as I see money in there. So that's fine. If that's all you got, that's cool. Eventually you will want to send it into another wallet. You'll want to look into getting a hard wallet. I'm going to do a whole podcast too, talking about wallets a little bit more, because it's important that you understand what the wallet is and how to keep it safe and secure. You know, like wallets are little, they're small like this. And that's where you can actually have your Bitcoin transferred to. And it's encrypted with your password information and all of that stuff. So only you know and will have access to it. You know, it comes on a little thing, and then you plug it into your computer, and then you can access it that way. But yeah, you'll definitely want to at some point take it off of whatever exchange it's on. Like even on Coinbase. Even if you buy it on Coinbase, you'll want to get a hard wallet and then transfer it from the Coinbase wallet to the hard wallet. You will want to do that, yes. But as far as accumulating it, if you got Cash App, that's cool. Robinhood, cool. Any of them that let you buy Bitcoin, go for it. Chance said that's crazy. I was just talking about how you don't get nothing sitting your money in the bank. You got to diversify your income. Yeah. You got to put money somewhere where it can work on, you know, and at some capacity. Nigo, do you keep your Bitcoin in cold storage? Yeah, just answered that. Yep. Keep that joint on a hard wallet. Absolutely. JP, it's good to hear some real talk, Mark. Eyes open. Yes, indeed. Mr. Vaughn, don't mess around and get a margin call from the broker. Right. Mo said Tesla's not taking Bitcoin anymore. Oh, they stopped accepting it for purchases. I think I have read that too. And the reason was interesting to me. They said that it was something like like a lot of people bought a car with Bitcoin. They had accumulated a couple of 100 million worth of Bitcoin. And I also think that it has something to do with someone above them telling them that you need to stop that. I think that there's more to it. Yeah, because for them to just it's like you start doing it, then you stop. Like, why you stop? It's more to it, definitely. When should we move to cold storage? I would say when you get like at least 0.05. When you get to 0.05 Bitcoin, you want to move it over. Yep. George Washington University level education. Yep. Trying to get a nano ledger, or there are others out there. Yeah, the nano ledger is good. The nano ledger is good. I think it got a little screen on it too on the front, like a little digital screen on there as well. Yeah, they got plenty of them. You go to Amazon. Let me see. Let me see the one I got. The last one that I actually, boy, there was one I had liked a lot, and I just got it. I think it's called the Trezor, Trezor. Yeah, the Trezor one. It was like $60. That one is good, and I didn't even put it on there yet, but I'm gonna use that one. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. What else we got? Mr. Ron Jelani, that's what's up. Congratulations. Keep your focus. Keep positioning yourself in trades that win. 100%. Peleus, Bitcoin is for your future grandsons for wealth, not to get rich. If everyone buys Bitcoin, everyone can be free in the far future and in the near future. See, because what's okay. So this is what I'll be talking about on the next podcast, or at least one of the next podcasts, because I'll probably do, I don't know how many more, but I'm going to do more. Just talking about specific things with Bitcoin. But what you should do when Bitcoin prices reach certain points is like how to tap into the Bitcoin without selling it. I'm going to talk about that. Again, what rich folks be doing. Exactly what rich folks do. So put it like this. In general, this like what rich people do, man, you know what? No, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it for that podcast. Lamont, everyone don't make the mistake in purchasing the small ledger. Oh, you talking about the nano ledger? Okay, Lamont is saying to get something better. Chance said exactly, got to fund my NADEX account. Yeah, and I mean and of course we'll be back to the NADEX stuff, of course. That's always going on. So I think today, what did I release? Today was, for the project I'm doing now, I think today was trade 12, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was trade 12. Someone in the group took the same trade. Who was it that took that trade? Because they actually posted a video too. I want to remember who it was. Hold on. Damn, who was that? Oh man, almost remembered. But whoever it was, that's the type of synergy that goes on in the group. And what I'm talking about is I'll be in a trade, someone else will be in the same trade. Now, mind you, we're looking at the market at the same time, obviously, to end up in the same trade. But how is that possible to end up in the same trade? It means that the reason that we're in that trade is the same. And this is why the skill set here is so powerful, because there's a blueprint for the skill. So when you try to learn what the blueprint is teaching you, but you don't just allow the blueprint to give you the knowledge. You start creating your own things along the way. And this is how you'll end up doing things that don't necessarily coincide with what the blueprint is. But when all you follow is the blueprint, the end results are always going to be the same. One, the outcome is always going to be the same. We're going to win a trade. Two, collectively we'll be in the same trades in the group. And it's like, damn, man, they all took that same trade. How'd y'all all take the same trade? What were y'all in the chat room? No. There's no chat room. Now, mind you, I do live training. I do live market observations all the time. We don't have a live chat room. We don't have a trading room, right? I'm not giving you signals on Telegram. I'm not giving signals at all. Yet, people in my group are in the same trade with me. Which one is more powerful? And I'm going to have to do a podcast about that right there. That right there just sparked something. Just me saying that. Because look at the comparison. It's like, all right, you want signals or you want the blueprint for what I'm doing. If you get the blueprint for what I'm doing, you'll do what I'm doing. See? Versus getting signals from me, not understanding what I'm doing or what you're doing. And this is why you hear me always talk about how signals don't work. It's not that I'm saying that the signals are going to make you lose your trades. What I'm saying to you is why are you taking that trade? Do you understand why you're taking the trade, or are you just following the signal? You see the difference? It's so powerful. Just think about what I'm saying as far as someone in the group, random. It could have been anybody. Many times it's multiple people. There was a trade, I think this was a couple of weeks ago. Literally, I counted how many people that I could verify were in the same trade. It was 8. 8 people ended up in the same trade. 4 of them had videos in the group chat. The other 4, they be quiet in the background. They don't talk in the group chat at all. They talk to me only and send me shit. So they were like, oh, Mark, yeah, I was in that trade too. 4 people that don't communicate with anybody in the group chat. And it's cool. I always say that that's fine. If you don't want to communicate in the group chat, it's cool. You'll get there eventually. But in the interim, you can message me at any time. So 4 people, not in the group chat, same trade. 4 people in the group chat, same trade with videos. And of course I had a video. And because I released the same video the same day, that was one of the project videos. So look at that. That means that you have people through training acquiring a skill set that they can duplicate. The results that you see me get, you're able to duplicate because you got the same skill as me. Oh, well, but Mark, no one has your skill level. It's not about the skill level. It's about the blueprint for the skill. The level, you're going to always level up and evolve. You're always going to get better. When you follow the blueprint, that's how you get better. What do you see me doing all the time? Observation. Recording. Just think about what I be doing. Live market observation. Coffee and charts. That's a live observation. When I do a live training, that's a live observation. So it's all the same. Live observation. You're seeing me see the market. That's what you're going to do. So when I end up in a trade and you end up in the same trade, you understand clearly why you ended up in the same trade as me. Powerful stuff, man. It works. It works. So, this is how we move here, man. This is how we move. Mr. Ron said, Mark, you were in the 2:50 p.m. EU. I was in the 3:05 Aussie. If you go back and look at them, both markets were moving with similarities. Yeah. Yeah, because if we were in the trades, that means that both markets were stable. It means the trade came while the market was stable. That's the only reason that we're going to end up in the trade. Powerful stuff, man. Peleus, people keep asking me, if you look at multiple pairs, wouldn't it be easier to see stability? I keep saying no. What should be my proper answer to that question? No is a good answer. No is a very good answer. And I'll elaborate. So the question Peleus is saying that people continuously ask him is, do you look at multiple pairs? Because if you look at multiple pairs, won't it be easier to see stability? The answer to that is no. It's not easier to see stability because you're looking at more than one market. It's easier to see stability when you're not distracted by more than one market. Whoa. Was that good enough? Let's repeat that. It's easier to see stability when you're not distracted by more than one market. See, what happens is when you're looking at multiple markets, you're not looking for stability. Whoa. Come on now, let me take it there. If you're looking at multiple markets, what you looking for? Come on, I'm going to let y'all tell me. I'm going to just wait. If you're looking at all these different markets, what you looking for? Tell me. I'm gonna let everybody answer this. There it is. Looking for a trade. Come on now. Come on. This is why TA is the answer. See? So we don't just say stuff. You won't ever hear me just say stuff just to say it. What I'm saying makes perfect sense. You're in trade mode. That's why, see, people always think, oh, well, how many trades did you get today? Oh, I didn't get any trade. Well, how many markets do you watch? I only watch one. Well, wouldn't you get more trades if you watch more than one market? No. No. In your mind, you're thinking, oh, well, more markets mean more trades, more chances to get a trade. No. Nope. You know what's funny? If you did observe more than one market, what would end up happening, more than likely, is you'll miss when the market is stable in one of the markets because you're looking at a different one. If you're trying to look at 5 markets at the same time, how can you see when any one of them is stable when you're busy looking at the other ones? See? So you're getting distracted because your focus and attention is being pulled away from the market at hand because you're hurrying up trying to look at the next one. It's just like if I'm looking at the Aussie and the Euro and the dollar yen, and when I look at the Aussie stable. Now, if the Aussie is stable, I don't care or see what's going on in the Euro or in the dollar yen. I don't know if those two are stable or not. I'm looking at the Aussie, which is stable. That's where my focus will be. This is if you do it right. So if you're doing it right, you end up looking at one market anyway. Hold on. Listen to me. Did y'all just catch that? If you do it right, you end up looking at one market anyway. Because once one market is stable, that's where your attention is going to be. So you ain't going to be looking at the other markets. Hold on. Come on now. Come on. See, there's a reason why there's just constant elevation that goes on here. You'll see what it is, man. You'll see what it is. This is what we do. All right, man. So we've been on here for a minute. How long we been on here for? This had to be like, what time I start? 9 o'clock? It was almost 2 hours. Damn. All right, this was good, man. But this podcast I definitely wanted to do. I wanted to kind of get this out of my system, just touching on these different points about Bitcoin and kind of just explaining why I've been saying saying the things that I've been saying, and just offering more and more education about what Bitcoin really is, not what the hype of Bitcoin is. We don't care about the hype at all. Bitcoin is the transfer of wealth. Bitcoin is something that is going to position you to just change the trajectory of what's going to happen to you in life later. It just is. Like you can mess up, but if you bought Bitcoin, you'll be all right. Put it like that. If you just buy Bitcoin and don't sell it, you'll be okay. You will be just fine. And that's it. That is it. All right, man. So let me make sure I didn't miss any comments. Shoot to Facebook real quick. All right, so shout out to Facebook too, man. They took away the watch party, but it is what it is. It's all good. You'll also make sure that you check out the audio of the podcast. I'm actually going to post that in the chat right now. I meant to do this earlier over here on YouTube. Where's my feed at? Oh, right here. Yeah, check out the audio podcast. The audio version of the podcast, when you go to that site, it will play directly from the page. And it's also available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple iTunes, and wherever podcasts are available. All right. So the Brooklyn Moses podcast, .com. All right. Jay Carly says TeamAlliance gives you that peace of mind as well. Yes. SG said, and you get a slap because you're looking at another market when you chose one to be your market of choice. Yes, I agree. Yep. So, all the reasons why we don't do all of that. Oh, well, it's about diversification. No, that's not diversification. That ain't diversification at all. That's basically setting your ass up to get slapped, just like SG said. That's all it is. So, no, we don't do that. We don't look at multiple markets and all that. Pick one and stick to your market. You dig? All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. The Brooklyn Moses podcast. So this is season 2, episode 30. Yep. In the bag. In the bag. Make sure I covered all the comments. Did I? Yes. All right, y'all. So listen, I will check you guys out on the next podcast episode. I will be doing something. I don't know what, probably coffee and charts or something tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that. If not, I'll do a podcast. If not, I'll do a live market observation. I'll do something. All right. Keith McCoy, when is the Bitcoin podcast? This is the Bitcoin podcast. Well, at least one of them. Kelly Phillips, is PayPal a good place to buy Bitcoin? Yes. Yeah, that's right. I think PayPal's letting you buy it now. Square's letting you buy it. Anywhere you can buy Bitcoin is a good place to buy Bitcoin. Don't even worry about the wallets and all that yet. You'll get to that. Just, you want to work your way up to accumulating some Bitcoin. So when you get to like 0.05 Bitcoin in your wallet, wherever that is, let me know and I'll tell you what to do next. But yeah, we got more Bitcoin podcasts coming. Yeah, I'm going to be doing several more, Keith. So a couple more, maybe more. I don't know. But yeah, there's more Bitcoin podcasts coming. All right. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance, Brooklyn Moses podcast. We out of here. Deuces.
All I I hear go get the money, so I go get it. Hate means I do something right, so I'ma let him. Yeah, I'ma let him, yeah, I'ma let him. I hit the nail on the head, yeah, I'ma let him. All I hear go get the money, so I go get it. Hate means I do something right, so I'ma let him. Yeah, I'ma let him, yeah, I'ma let him. I hit the nail on the head, yeah, I'ma let him. Early bird go get the worm in the dirt. I could show you what I'm worth, my hands in the dirt. From where they look when you not, a hand in your purse. Hell if you think I'm last, last should be first. Go ahead and go feast your eyes. Chefing up, cooking them pies, leaving no slice. Believe on a guy who in demand and who got supplies. You on the land, me I'm fly. Look at the miles, I be in skies. Right by my side, miss look at them thighs. Up in Dubai, you see us. Black man, black sand beaches. Yeah. Backhand if you slick speaking. Yeah.